think we're on. I think we're live. Hi, everyone, from Pep, Wendy, and Will.
Hey, guys.
Good evening. Let's see. Let me lower this down a little bit. You want to see more of me, I think. Right?
I can fix that.
See more of me? What?
I could just roll out of you.
No, you can't. Joel's here. All right.
And Amanda and Terry and Will and Wendy. You guys remember Romper Room? Amanda don't. Terry probably does.
No, I was Hobo Kelly that used to do that.
No, Romper Room. She used to get that mirror and go, and I see Joey, and I see Amanda, and I see Jason.
You mean the roofers?
The roofers. The roofers.
We had quite an eventful weekend. Pretty fun. Steve Moran's here.
Hey, Steve.
Black Midnight. That's a new one.
Welcome.
Hello from Star, Idaho. Just the two of us.
Oops, I can't read any of that. Weird. Carlos and Linda.
Black Midnight. I wonder who that is. You're new here, correct? Everyone tell
no, Black Midnight. Hi. Hey, Mark.
Mark Basco. Formerly
GF.
Hello from Detroit.
Metro.
Wow. That's way up there.
Hey, Barry.
In Michigan. Hillbillies.
Hello from West Arkansas. Wow, you guys are close. Boston. Do you see? He wants to say Bastion. Are you French?
No, but Cage is.
Cage is from Bastion.
Yeah, Cage is. His
Ronald
name
Silva.
is Cage. It's Suva.
Thank you for watching our video. Snooky627. I've not seen you on here either before. Welcome.
Yeah, we'll tell you about that video, huh? That non-instructive, supposedly instructive. It got so mixed up.
I put a disclaimer in there. I said it was not instructional. German and Norwegian. Okay, Mark.
It was.
Cookie Monster is he's recovering from his bad day yesterday.
Boston. Yes, Boston.
Boston.
Where's KG? Everybody's asking, where's KG?
He's not feeling it tonight.
Billy, our screen replacement on the CAD was epic. Yeah. Well,
That's because of my editing magic.
That stupid thing you fought all the way.
Yeah.
And then
there must have been 500 screws.
And you can watch the how-to video 100 stinking times.
You, Diane.
And then when you get ready to do it, it's like
Ronald says you got more patience than I do.
Well, I pretty much had a pretty good idea how to do it, but the problem was I watched like 4 different videos and everybody did it a different way.
And so did you.
Yeah, I did it 4 different ways. So.
Jason, Cage got yelled at yesterday, for those of you that weren't here, because he wasn't listening outside. And so we put him in the motorhome, and he was somber the whole day and into the night over that. So.
Yeah. There's Martin, Charlie and Diane. Martin.
Greetings from Myrtle Beach. Hi, Martin. My cousin told me last night that he is looking to buy the same model car that you bought. That's a 2008, 86,000 miles on it. So we got a 2015.
With 180,000
Yeah,
miles.
It's got more miles.
But
we suspicion it has a new motor.
I think it has a new motor.
Well, we can't be sure.
I'm like.
But I mean, if you look at it, The transmission's got goop on it, but the motor doesn't.
The motor is just like
The transmission
like
has
it was
like
just put in.
road grime, you know, not goo, like it's been leaking or anything. The motor doesn't have
The
that.
motor runs really, really good. It just really, there's no timing chain noise when you start it up. There's none of that stuff. So even my Dodge, it has a little timing chain noise when you start, or a little engine noise when you first start it up. This thing has nothing. It just sounds like an old 350 Chevy, man.
Where's your cousin buying that from, Mark? What state?
Well, just tell him
Hey,
that if he has a bad screen in his car, don't have me do it.
Carlos and Linda, did you guys replace one of those too? Minnesota, okay. The private party or auction or marketplace? Just curious.
Yeah, we got no rust either.
Yeah, no rust. That's good, especially in Minnesota.
What kind of price are they looking for on that? Because I'll tell you what, when you get '08 is the really old one, and then you get the 2010. That's like the second gen, and then 2013 you
Private
get
party 6,500.
yeah you get the better dash, you get the bigger engine. It's a whole different car because we've
Welcome, David. David.
I never drove any of the first generation, but I drove a second generation and then the third. And this thing it's like on rails, huh? It really
It's
is.
amazing.
It's an amazing driving car, and yeah,
The worst thing about it when we got it, two things:
screen.
smashed screen and two tires that we needed to replace.
Yeah, and
That
that's all done. And we have a little bit of rattle in the front end I got to find, but yeah, today we had that rattle coming up the driveway.
I thought that was just.
There's, remember that there's something loose that fell down in the front. I need to go down. I think there's like something down in there. I gotta go see what it is. It could be a tool, not our tools, but.
Oh, not ours. Okay, good.
Mm-mm. Yep. Tell them I got a real nice 2015. I don't know how much I want to sell it for yet.
I know. I love my new Hyundai Palisade calligraphy. Mark, your new RV.
I could not have that because if someone asked me what kind of car do you have, I'd have to say it's a C car. Calligraphy.
Calligraphy. It's a fancy writing.
It's a shame you don't know.
It is a
for
shame.
sure if motor was changed. Well, there's we got the Carfax, but there's like a big gap in it. Yeah. And
time-wise.
Yeah, I think the Carfax is not right anyway. It might be worth it to pull another one.
So are bills, Jason. So are bills.
Oh yeah.
It's good to know that someone 20 years his junior is suffering the same malady.
Jason and I were up on the roof for 2 days.
On the shack.
On the shack. We got the roof on. I got to go up there and run some screws in, but it's pretty much.
We got the roof on part of it.
Yeah, on the one side, one side where we peeled it off.
Bless Jason's heart for being silly enough to offer this assistance.
Crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, so it came out really good. Looks good. I think it's going to be just fine.
Amanda and I pretty much were moral support.
Yeah, you were throwing rocks at us when we were up there.
Well,
that's not moral support.
Felt pretty good.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
You guys were throwing nails at us, so.
And then my buddy Cage down here last night decided that it would be a good night to sleep on my legs.
He does that all the time.
I was miserable.
Whether your legs are sore or not.
The goo team. Yeah, so we came out pretty good. I think if we get the whole freaking thing done like that, it'd be awesome, But it's going to be tough to do the whole thing.
Well, and they're, yeah.
Just ask Jason.
the peak parts, the high parts, that stuff has to come down, and we gotta treat that.
Yeah, but the way to do that is just lay it down and stack it, and then put it right back up the same way.
Well, we gotta treat it. You know what I mean? We've got to.
I'm gonna treat it up there.
I might be in Little Rock then.
Not disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you.
Really?
6.
Now we lost.
Oh, we're back.
Again.
You
guys there? Are you there? It never went away. Hey, John. Is everybody here? Can you say yeah if you?
Yeah, if you could still see us,
please.
We're buffering. It says we're here.
Hey, Phil.
Phil says buffering. Did anyone else hear us?
I never lost us, and it buffered one time.
Are we on there?
It did buffer one time. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
Okay, now. Yep. All right.
Did you turn the volume up on this?
No, it's your phone.
It's not my phone. It's down. I just checked it again.
I don't have any volume on this. No, I have it. In fact, it's going to HDMI. So it can't play over
briefly, but back. Okay.
All right. Well.
Buffering a little, Ronald says.
It's October 1st, so everybody knows what October 1st means, right?
We're going to go black, guys. It's going to go dark. What are they? I've seen it both ways.
What's going to happen is
supposed to be a month.
Something bad always happens in October. This is the month of the year where something always goes bad. But thanks to the Republican Party, boy, they saved our gap spending thing.
We're back.
It's time to unleg them. Anyway, no, see, we lost like 6 people, I think.
There you go.
Anyway, we're not anything here. We're just people. That's all we are.
So
people started coming back.
I have a question for you guys. I was just starting to research this tonight. Just because I think it's a good idea, because we do live in a crazy world. Having a supply of food. Bill keeps wanting to get stuff set up just so we have it, because you never know. I mean, it's never a bad idea, right?
She wants to get yogurt and cherries. That's all she wants.
He's talking Patriot Supply. Well, that stuff is full of so much preservative and salt, and he's diabetic. So, I mean, if you have a supply of food and you're eating that stuff, are you going to survive? I don't know. I don't think so. So what are your ideas on that sort of thing? Like, would you self-prepare, or how would you go about that? Or do you know of a company that...
Well, it's for Patriot Supply, and then there's Patriot Supply, and then there's a bunch of different ones.
But
the thing about it is if things go crazy, you got to have something to eat. And you know, things are going crazy in Arizona right now. A lot of people don't know about, but the governor left for like 3 days, and the two people under her that would replace her when she is gone, they left with her, but now they're back, I guess. But
Jason says off the rails already.
Yeah, but well, Darla started it. Trust you don't want MREs, yeah. We have 4 of those.
I don't know how healthy those would be for someone like him, though. I mean,
well, let's just say this: they'd be a lot more healthier than nothing.
Though? Would they?
Than nothing. Well, I guess we're just going to starve to death. So that's the determination you made. So, okay, that's what we'll do. We just won't have nothing to eat.
Okay. Thanks for your input.
We'll go out here and eat grass.
It's funny because I wasn't asking your input.
20-year life.
Hey, RV Bandwagon, how you doing?
See, Peptic has it.
Hey, Brad. He says, I can see you, but cannot hear you. 20-year lifespan. Hope we would never need it. True. Same.
Can see us, but can't hear us. Can everyone else hear us? I don't know. They're having problems tonight, or we are. A lot of people are filtering in and out, so I don't know.
Um,
They could hear us.
I don't.
And I said
Hey,
hi,
okay. Hi,
Scarlett.
Scarlett.
I kind of went like this and said hi. We haven't bought it yet. Just considering it. Yeah, well, loud and clear.
Why do we feel we need it? It
Well, we don't know.
honestly, even when I was a kid, we just always were thinking ahead. You know what I mean? Like we had a store growing up of things that we could pull on if something ever went crazy, or if one of my parents lost their job for a moment, which did happen. Um, you know, just to be on the safe side and not wonder about how you're gonna eat for the next month or months or whatever. I don't think it's a foolish thing to think about. That's all. I think it's a good idea to take care of yourself. You know, make plans for the inevitable, whatever that
Well,
looks like.
if the distribution gets interrupted, it only takes 24 hours or less to empty out a Walmart. You'll be eating toasters because they're well, the food. How long do you think that food's going to last in there? They're stocking that thing every single day. All's good here.
As far as being able to hear us,
Start canning. Yeah, well, we don't have anything to can.
we don't have anywhere to keep canned foods either.
Yeah, well, we could get. I think like a 30-day supply would be like 2 5-gallon buckets.
But I think he's not sure about it too, because I've told him do it and he hasn't done it. So I don't know.
Well, I was kind of waiting for you to research it a little bit, and I've been looking at them, but I'm not sure. You know,
So
I bet you it was my phone that made that noise. Huh?
probably. I don't
You see it, the volume's still on.
Yeah, looking at how empty the shelves were during COVID. There you go. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's what it was. My phone's on. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice. We have a spot to grow stuff and everything, and topsoil and the whole thing. The only problem is we have to be here to do it,
Right.
and we weren't here. So,
And we're not sure we're going to be here in January. So,
well,
to do anything winter,
I don't know. I don't know
we aren't sure.
I don't know what's going to happen this year. There's a lot of things going on right now.
Anyways, I just wanted you guys to weigh in on that if you had some opinions and ideas and stuff. The canning thing would be great, but we just don't have a place.
Yeah,
to put
well,
anything.
see, you could. Patty says you could can stuff that you buy at the store.
We just don't have anywhere to put it.
We got that nice place out there. The ants would protect it too.
Anyway.
Research products.
I have Scarlet, and I can't come up with anything.
Yeah, it's all salt. That's what it is. It's all carbs and salt.
Yeah.
That's the problem. But
hey, Vince.
But the thing is hi Vince. The thing is that when you're hungry, what are you going to eat? What can we go out here and scavenge? I don't.
Myron. Nuts and berries.
We'd have to go shoot an animal or something. And I got a 22, so it's going to be like squirrels and stuff, or armadillos.
Mexican vultures.
It's like, yeah, nothing eats them.
Anyway,
that's what's weird.
You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna come to John and Patty's house. That's what we'll do.
I don't know what the thing about it is that being able to be mobile and to drive around and stuff. And I think really we're not in that bad a place. Most of the people around here are talking about it. They're saying, we feel like something's coming. And fish. I don't like fish.
Kimchi or sauerkraut, or there's an RV couple plugging products in a bucket. There you go, Jason. Dehydrate your own food. Purchase them both. They're already dehydrated. Fish. Vince. Up till I sold my home, always kept freezer full of meat and always bought extra of everything in the pantry.
We did that one time where we bought a year's supply of food, and we had
Hi,
a
our outfit.
freezer full, and we had all this stuff. And like within the first month, we ate all the good stuff, and then the rest of the stuff
Yeah.
was crap.
Well, they had somebody coming door to door. They got our neighbors, and yeah, we're like, well, yeah, we'd like to. But we don't have a freezer. Oh, we can hook you up, and they did, boy. We
There's
don't have any of that stuff anymore.
Randy Devers here.
Time for a greenhouse in Arkansas. Again, you got to be here. And if we keep working these jobs that take us away, it makes it tough to plan like that. Get some big bags of rice, throw them in a 55-gallon drum that you can sell, and throw in some moisture absorbers. Rice, make it old, but it'll store good. Roadkill. There you go.
Well, we've been
Hey,
storing
Randy and Mary.
we've been storing up coffee, and what we do is we kind of rotate the old out. We use the old, and then we buy new. And we got about 6 or so bags of that.
I said, we just go to John and Patty's, and Patty said, I got a paintbrush for you.
Yeah,
I'm willing.
yeah, she's willing. I'm not. I just spent 2 days on the roof. I don't want to paint.
Finally made it all. Okay, you guys are done, right? Randy and Mary, you guys are
it was
out of
their
there.
last day yesterday, I think.
Celebratory. I hope you guys have a great.
Now they're going
time
to Texas to gate guard.
No, Randy and Mary.
Uh-huh.
No.
That's what I saw. Beautiful sunrise, but there's beautiful sunrises in Texas, so we'll be there soon or something.
Yeah, I think they got some business to take care of first. I'm very happy for you guys, Randy and Mary.
Yeah.
You guys are troopers. You hung in there and you did it. We left early by 12 days.
Yeah. But we had been there before. We knew we were going back, and then she talked me into going.
Aren't you glad?
Well, at least it wasn't freezing cold.
Legs are smoked. Work on shoulders next. Yeah.
But I go to the doctor here at the end of the month to fix my breathing from that place.
Well, to see about what's going on. Hopefully they can fix it, but I don't know. We're out, Randy says. Awesome.
Yeah. I went to the doctor this last week. And
did you guys leave with your replacements in place, or did the other two couples have to work 12-hour shifts until the other couple shows up, like you guys had to do, or what? When Jason and May left? I'm just wondering.
I don't know. They haven't answered yet?
No.
Yeah. I had a whole list of things I want to talk about. Now I forgot. Need to maybe write them down.
Old timers.
I do know one thing is that I was looking today. I was looking at our videos, and there's this one video that keeps popping up on our analytics, and it's when I did the oil change on the motorhome and filmed it. It broke 30,000 views.
Wow.
So that's pretty good for us. No, either working 12 hours.
Okay, so the other couple must have come in. Why did they do that? Why did they do this? We're on the live and they popped a commercial in here.
They did?
Yeah. I wonder if everybody else got that too. Well, that's irritating.
They do it. They didn't give me a choice. Okay. They're not giving choices anymore. They're doing commercials and all kinds of stuff.
I would love to help Patty with the garden.
Yeah.
I would love to. I would
Cadillac motorhome motorcycle.
Cadillac motorhome motorcycle.
Yeah. That's Jason.
Oh, they are working 12-hour shifts?
Chips? 12-hour chips. It says chips.
No commercials for us. Well, that's good. People are always looking for how-to videos. Yes, they are. I call it YouTube University. But don't go to our how to change the Q console screen on a Cadillac SRX.
Well,
That's you won't learn anything
I wonder,
other than you can do it.
let's see. I wonder if Dorothy showed up tonight.
I don't know.
And what was the other Looney
Jennifer?
Tunes lady?
At the doctor's?
Yeah,
Jennifer.
Jennifer. If Jennifer and Dorothy are out there, say hi. Anyway, yeah, we had fun at the doctor's the other day.
The oil change was great. Do more RV maintenance videos.
Yeah, well, you can only show oil changes so many times.
There's lots we could do in here and do videos on, show you how to do things.
You would just see a lot of fighting.
We really haven't had the steam to do it, really.
We were using our Roku with television, no commercials, but I see it on my phone.
Okay, Ronald said, yeah, I got a commercial too.
Class A living. Yes, Cat Bell.
Shift.
Yes, sir, shifts. Yeah, Class A living's working on his pickup truck, and I sent him a thing for a pickup truck camper. It was $2,500, a Lance camper, full size. You would have a bathroom with a separate shower and toilet and the whole thing. He could live in it real easy. He erased it. He deleted it. So I put it on 2 more times. He deleted it 2 more times too.
Mark, good for you.
You got an ED commercial.
Oh man.
Well, you know, they say they kind of watch you. I don't know whether I understand them. The diesels. Oh, I'm not talking about the commercials. You wouldn't let me do that. You seem to understand diesels pretty well. That's what I was talking about. And,
oh man.
you know what? I know enough to keep them running and serviced, but I could probably rebuild one. But everything's so heavy, man. You got to hoist everything. Everything has to be hoisted in and out. Sorry, trouble.
There's other things though. I mean,
we do those.
We've got
screens.
a lot of cosmetic things we need to do in here. You know, that
oh yeah,
people could
we got to rebuild that all the interior over there on that slide out. That roof is getting all funky. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, we just need to make new curtains. Do something with these.
The curtains are fine. It's just the
They're
runner.
tore at the end.
It's the what do you call
plastic thing broke.
Yeah.
And we need to get rid of these pull-up shades and do something with those.
You like those? You want to dye them?
I don't like them. I wanted to dye them gray, but I don't know. I've been thinking about getting those ones like just the 2 of us have in their motorhome. Those are pretty nice.
And
no, they just got the ones I think from Home Depot or something. You just kind of have to put Velcro so they,
right?
Well, they look similar to this, but they don't have the metal part.
I lost prime while changing the 2 fuel filters. I could do a video to show how I got it going again.
Just keep cracking lines.
Okay, you guys do the video and send it to me, and I'll edit it and we'll put it on our channel.
Yeah, that's what happened with the fire, the RV fire. Someone filmed it in the campground. And
we were working at the tent and quartzite. We weren't there, but 2 of our viewers were there when that RV caught on fire, and they let me have the footage, and I threw it up on there. It's one of our highest viewed videos, and I think it was just a short. It wasn't even a full length video.
It's had like 3,000 views.
Oh, that's pretty good.
But you know, whenever you change those fuel filters, you always have to fill them up.
Yeah.
When you take the old one off, I have a gas can full of diesel, and I fill the filter up, screw it back on, and it catches. It doesn't lose prime. So that's the secret to that. We had.
Do you wish you had a garage? He does.
Don't you wish you had a garage? Absolutely. I wish I had it. I wanted to build a big metal building, big enough to put the motorhome and everything inside the building. And on this side over here where our motorhome
We have some
sits,
friends that have exactly what we would like.
yeah, they stole my idea. No, no, actually, I mean it's cool to see what they've done. I mean,
It
it's
is.
really cool. It's really nice. It's what half of it's a house and half of it's a shop.
Yeah.
So, and that was my dream to do, but it took what 3.5 years to get someone to come over here.
Amanda says borrowed, not
Yeah.
stole.
Anyway, it took like 3 years to get someone to come over here just to tractor the dirt. That's the thing with Arkansas. It's like this morning we got up, turned on the water,
Golly.
and there was like almost no water
I
pressure
get out
at
of
all.
bed and I take my shower first thing. And I couldn't. I waited an hour thinking, oh, they'll get it fixed. They didn't.
It was just a dribble when I went in, and we have an oxygenic shower and everything. And I don't know, it was bad like 3 days ago, and then the next day it was good, and then today it was terrible again.
Yeah, it was really bad today. Jason said he thought that fuel was for campfires.
Well, I use it for that too.
It's for burn piles
It's for
that
everything.
will ignite.
But I usually use what I keep that around if I have to change a fuel filter out on the road or something. I carry a spare water separator, and I'll if I have to change it, then I got fuel to fill it back up because I don't want to take the fuel out of the filter and pour it into the new filter. It kind of defeats the purpose.
Caption says air compressor pushed fuel from tank to each filter and lost the bleed screw out the caps. Yes, filled filter still lost prime.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Well, that one time when we still had the shop and we bought the motorhome and I had we had a car shop and the one mechanic there, oh yeah, I know all that. He was out there cranking and cranking and cranking and cranking. And I go, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm trying to get fuel into that filter. I said, well, did you fill it up? And he goes, no. I said, well, it's not going to take off unless you fill it full of fuel. And so he took it back off. We filled it full of fuel, put it back on, and fired right up. So I have two fuel filters. I have a water separator filter, and then right up underneath the ejector pump, there's another filter. So, but yeah, you can air compress the tank and then it crack a line or something until you get fuel coming out. That'll work too. But the worst thing was the time when we had no power. We lost power when we were going to Texas, and we lost power down the road, down the highway down here. We drove all the way to Texas, and I mean it would take me over a mile and a half to get up to 55 miles an hour, and it wouldn't do 65, and couldn't figure out what was going on. I mean, I changed my filters and I changed my lift pump. I mean, I changed a whole bunch of stuff on this thing. But by chance, I was reading a like a a deal on the internet. It was just a group of guys talking. This one guy said, I had this problem with my motorhome, and everybody tried to fix it. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And then this one guy said, oh, it's probably the diaphragm for your what did that thing do? It's something to do. But there's actually air pressure going into the system, and it was for something to do with the wastegate or something like that. And what happens if this diaphragm was blown and it was letting air blow out, and it was on a T, and the other side went to the ejector pump, and that told the ejector pump to richen up. And I finally figured it out that's what it was. I pulled the thing off, and it was definitely blown. And we had a place, and I got it. And we had been going all over Texas, with this thing just running like poo poo. And we were at this gate, and I replaced this part, and she goes, well, what are we gonna do here? I said, well, we're gonna start up We're going to make a right-hand turn.
When we were done with the gate.
And I said, if it runs good, we're going to get on the highway. If it doesn't, we're going to pull down the truck stop and I'll have to try to work on it, figure out what's going on with it. Well, we got on it. It took off. And then I was talking to a buddy of mine. He goes, all you got to do is just crip it off with a pair of vice grips and you've been fine. So.
Jason's just been there, done that.
Yeah.
Louisiana was a nice state.
Yeah. Well, you gotta know. You gotta know stuff like that, and I mean, these things are relatively
So now when we have
simple.
problems, that's who we call first.
Yeah. Call my buddy Ernie. He's an old truck driver.
Cubano.
In fact, when I bought this thing, I was talking to him on the phone, and he shows up at my house in his truck, and he goes, hey, I just came by to help you out. And he brought oil and filters, and he bought
all. 6 days.
He pulled we pulled all the wheels off, and he checked all the bearings. I mean, he was underneath this motorhome for days and days and days, and he bought all the parts and everything. And I go, well, what do I owe you, man? And he goes, he did it all for free, parts included.
I'm his mom.
Yeah, mommy, your mommy. Yeah, we
did a lot for him.
Him and I have been really close friends since we were 16. So
we did a video on him too.
Yeah, that's a guy in Arizona. We went to his house. He's got all the cars.
Guy Cuba.
Yeah, my Cuban buddy. So
been a good friend.
Really good guy, and stand-up guy. And for him to do that, I mean, it was pretty crazy. We got some pictures of us where we're both underneath the wheel well. Got these showing me this and how to adjust the brakes, and
learned a lot from him.
Did.
Yeah, he's a pretty nice guy.
But that's what I've always, with everything, I've always liked to have a mentor, somebody that really knows their stuff that could show me how to do things. And I can learn how to keep my mouth shut when somebody's showing me stuff unless I have a question or something. And I absorb, and then when it comes time, the guy who taught me motorcycles, man, he knew his stuff. I mean, there was no doubt about it. And I listened to him, and he taught me a lot. But now, I don't know, after watching that video of me working on that stupid Q thing, I don't know if I could work on bikes and working on that roof up there, man. Yeah. It really tested me, man. Of course, I'm up there with 1.5 legs. I don't have 2 legs like everybody else. Not at this point, anyway. And it was doing pretty good, but it's pretty sored up now. So
are Jason.
I know, but
he's way younger than you.
That's because he wore knee pads. It looks like somebody skinned him or something. It looks pretty rough. You dress your cigars.
Read the comment just before that.
Uh-oh. Second set of panties coming of the cigar. What?
I don't know.
I think everybody's smoking something, but I don't think it's cigars out here tonight. Hey, we got it squared away. Okay. What is these? You have advice for the slack adjusters on meteor brakes. Slack adjusters.
Meritor brakes.
Meritor brakes. Slack adjusters.
I'm gonna say no.
Mine has the little star deal. I've got the, what do they call those things? Kind of look like they come like this, they hook, and then they hook down, and when you hit your brake, it expands your brakes and stuff. And I have an adjuster on those. I have to adjust them all the time.
Those are the brakes they have.
Yeah. Yours is a 2001 Ford Travel, but Ford Travel makes their own frame, don't they?
It's supposed to be regular maintenance item.
Well, on mine there's like a little star nut, like a 12-point bolt, and you just take them and you crank them down all the way. Is you got to make sure everything is released. You got to have your brakes set. You got to keep them rolling, but you just crank them all the way down, and then you back them off a quarter turn. And what I do is I back the rear ones off a quarter turn, and then the front ones I back them off a quarter and a little more. Because if you don't, when you're sitting at a light or something and you let off the brakes, you can like feel the front let go and the backs aren't holding. So make it so the backs are holding too. So is that the right kind I'm talking about there, Will? That's your slack adjusters that you're talking about. Okay. John's a truck driver too. It's made by Ford Travel. Yeah. They build their own. Well, I think now the new ones that they're building use Spartan. This is a Spartan chassis under this. And all your big Dutch stars and stuff. They're good chassis. This doesn't have the independent front suspension. It's got a drop axle. But the guys, I've talked to the guys from Spartan, and they say that a lot of them prefer the drop axle. I don't know why they would. I would think it would ride a lot better with the independent. But especially with these roads in America right now.
America. You are correct. No longer making their. Jason says, I have one more knee. Oh, good. Just need a different set of knee pads.
Yeah. Well, I figured out what I'm going to do when I go up there again. I've got two of those pads. I'm going to, because where I get in trouble is when I go to move, I have to get off the pad. So what I'll do is I'll just set the other pad, go to that one.
You're kneeling on
metal.
Yeah, it's corrugated.
So, yeah. Yeah, I know they're using the Spartan chassis, which they're the Freightliner chassis are pretty good, but if I've been underneath both at the same, gone under one under the other one, back and forth, and the Freightliners are a lot lighter duty. They're not near as beefy. All the stuff on the Spartan chassis, it's more like a Kenworth. That's what my buddy who had it, my Bertie. He goes, this thing's built like a Kenworth, man.
New ownership wanted to make major changes to the build.
Yeah, well, a lot of the motorhomes that are being built now aren't like they used to be. I'll keep this one. When this one quits rolling, then we're done rolling. So.
The old timers on our forum still like the old ones.
Yeah. Well, you could do stuff to them, you know.
Newer's not always better, huh?
Well, the newer stuff, a lot of times you can't fix them. You know, you just have to buy all new stuff all the time. And it's these things here. I mean, our hot water heater was leaking. I had to take the tank out and had a guy TIG weld it, put it back in.
That was in Kentucky when we were doing fireworks a
yeah.
year ago.
Yeah, not this last
July, which was kind of crazy because we're like, well, how long are we going to be without hot water?
Yeah, well, and this year when fireworks comes, kind of give everyone a heads up. As long as we're having fireworks this next year.
As long as we have something to celebrate.
Yeah, we'll have the list of places, and we'll actually take you and interview you, and we'll assign you a place, and you'll go there, and it'll be set up for you. So it might make it a little. It might make it a little more organized.
Right. The owner of the company would like for us to take charge of that because he's just spread too thin, and the ball got dropped several times with people that we referred to him, and we felt really bad about that, and it didn't make us look real good. So
yeah,
it didn't make him look real good either.
Yeah, and he didn't have people.
Yeah.
For those places.
Right.
So anyway, it'd be something where, you know, well, we got this store area in Kentucky and this one in Indiana, and if you want one of those, then you'll contact us, and we'll get you all set up to go there, so that
And we will tell
the owner will know. He'll know
we've
that
got
someone's
people for
going
this
there.
store, that store, and that store.
He'll give us the list of places
Yeah.
where he needs people, and then
He'll
we'll
need
fill
to lock them down and not, take our word for we've got these people.
Yeah, it's just like with Guard One. I mean, we tell people stuff, and then the lady that kind of runs things, she doesn't necessarily send people where we tell them that they need people, where we need someone for here. So we tell someone, we'll contact this person, and she will set it up, and then she does something different. So the way things are going.
Have you heard anything about this Blue Compass company buying up RV dealership? And then the way things are going anymore, we may not have a 4th of July. I know, but you know what? Bill keeps saying that. He said it for the last 2 years. Here we are. We're still plugging along. We'll see.
Yeah, I think our freedom is kind of a.
Have you heard anything about Blue Compass?
I haven't.
Has anyone else? Change my hot water tank. May have to change the regulator on the tank. It
Blow back, wanting to blow back when it ignites.
Okay.
I don't know why that would happen. Wanting to blow back when it ignites. Do you have a regulator on your water supply? You should. The water going in to your system should be regulated. So you should. I keep my water pressure around 45. Ad will run shortly for saved viewers. So get ready, guys. There's an ad coming. I wonder if there's a way to change it.
Not now, I'm sure. Best price for diesel yesterday in Lake Elsinore was $6.39. That's criminal. That is criminal. I can't wait till you guys get out of California.
Well, and also that's what I started to say is things are kind of crazy down there in Arizona. So I haven't heard anything about algodones if that's a problem. But
Melaka says, are you talking about the propane or water pressure?
Water pressure.
Propane, Ron.
Oh, propane. Okay.
Jason, I think they're in Northern California, if I remember.
Let me see. Change my hot water tank. Yeah, change regulator on the tank.
Had to put some in my pickup truck. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that. I had ours out. It didn't. I just put it right back in the way it came out. So.
Yeah.
Luckily, we had electric. We have a.
So I think that taking that out affected the radiator.
Well, we had an airlock for a while.
Yeah, a long while.
But I think I pretty much got that out.
So that was
but because our water heater is 110 propane and coolant.
Oh. Captain in Riverside County. Okay. Oh, I thought it was Northern.
It's in Southern California. Riverside?
No,
that's where Leah lived. What?
I thought they were in Northern California. Sounds like you need to adjust your ignition tube.
Yeah. There's
no adjustment when it ignites. Sometimes it ignites fine, at other times it didn't. It doesn't.
Yeah, there's like a little deal on there where you can adjust the air.
Yeah.
Air mixture, but.
Yeah, I know Riverside's in Southern California, but I thought for some reason you guys were in Northern California.
I knew they were in Riverside.
We're originally from San Francisco Bay Area. That's why. That might be why. I remembered something about Northern. Ours does after it rains. Talking about the regulator on the propane tank.
Yeah.
My sister
And
in June Lake said fuel is around $7 a gallon. Patty. Susie spent almost $130 just to fuel her car. That's ridiculous.
she has a Prius.
Susie? I don't know what Susie drives.
It was a beautiful place. Yeah. Well, I mean, California it's real pretty in California, but it's they've destroyed. I mean, the whole west coast is all the way from Washington State to San Diego, man. I mean, it's destroyed, man. It's destroyed, and it could be fixed, but as long as people keep voting those people in.
And Patty says not about Susie driving a Prius.
Yeah.
Great place to grow up in the 70s and 80s.
And it could be again.
And the 60s.
The thing is of course, voting in Republicans isn't going to change anything because they're the same thing. So we need to just start running these people off. There needs to be more vetting done. Vetting. Yeah.
And venting. We like
vetting. I said vetting. Like Peptique. Vetting. Yeah, so now here comes the train.
I miss the California of my childhood. Yep.
Yeah, it was man, I loved it there. It was great cruising the boulevard and surfing and riding motorcycles, and it was an awesome place to grow up. But man, now it's just we go down there, it's very depressing for me.
Well, we will never go back there. There's no reason to anymore. Everybody's gone except for one niece, and I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's sad because it's
brand new hot water tank. It has an electric also.
Yeah. That's in the Ford Travel though, right?
No, that's Ronald.
Oh, wow.
Suva's. Ronald Suva.
What's he? Sova.
Oh.
What's he got? What kind of RV do you have, Ron?
I forget.
Yeah, Ron Darrell's not on here tonight. Where's Ron Darrell? We moved to Sierra Foothills for my high school years. Great fun. Agree, Patricia. Sierra Foothills. Yeah. Well, I grew up in Downey. Darla grew up in Norwalk.
Yeah.
We were like 20 miles from the beach, like 20 miles from the mountains. And yeah, it was a fun place, man. We had there's a lot of stuff to do as a kid, But I don't know.
The weather. You can't beat the weather.
We had to get out of because I bought a house in Norwalk when I was 19, and lived there 5 years, and we had got married, and we had to get out of there. It was just getting. Wasn't a good place to have kids.
If we hadn't gotten out of there, we never would have met John.
Yeah.
Or Patty.
Yeah. Well, we moved to the mountains. We lived in the mountains for about a year and a half, and that was a big mistake. And then we moved down to the high desert, and I thought we moved in July. It was like 180 degrees, and there really was no work there. I had a job there, but there really wasn't any work there, and I thought, man, I made a big mistake coming down here. But we made it 28 years. But the problem with that place was every time there was a recession, man, we were in a depression. It was really crazy.
One of our biggest means of income was the Air Force Base, and when they shut that down, we took a hit on that too.
Well, the car business did.
We did.
As far as what?
Electronics. Those guys were always buying stuff from us.
Yeah. Well, then we went wholesale. And we started selling out of state and around. So that. But then when the Chinese started dumping electronics in this country, that put everybody out of business, man.
And then we went into the motorcycles.
Well, I was already doing motorcycles more as a hobby.
For free.
And then once that went away, then I just went full on and motorcycle, and it was full on. That's how he survived. It's back in those days, you didn't get anything, Oh man, sneezing. Eco.
Thank you, John. I love it.
Here, E. What? Oh,
Patty.
right. Nah, I had one of those uniforms too.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Aww.
Kind of a slow night tonight, you guys. I thought it, man. I sat here listening to all kinds of wild music, so I'd be all pumped up. But
then you forgot everything you wanted to talk about. What else did you want to talk about?
yeah, I don't know. The beaches of Torrance, Redondo, and Hermosa. Yep.
Yeah.
I used to like the pier out there, Redondo Pier. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, East Coast here, eh?
I used to go roller skating there in that area.
Jason. Georgetown, going to replace it next summer with a diesel pusher. That's what he has, Ronald.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Georgetown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you have a Class A, man. Oh, there's
hey,
Dougie.
The Pike, yes. I remember the Pike. We used to go there a lot as a really little kid. It was one of my mom's favorite places. The beaches in Southern California are still beautiful. They are.
Just have to be careful where you go now.
Is that right?
Well, there's a lot of gang problems at the beach. A lot of homeless.
Not wherever we went. Well, yeah, Venice was horrible.
There are gangs and there's homeless people. Of course, they cleaned up.
Yeah, he watches this one guy. What is he called? The German guy?
Oh, German in Venice.
Anyway, he kept taking these videos of the homeless people, and they would go and lock themselves in the bathrooms at night, and that's where they'd stay.
They were living in there.
And then in the mornings, they'd come out at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and it would be disgusting in there, and they'd have to clean them out again. No one could use the bathrooms till they left their hotel room.
Then not only would there be someone in there, it'd be like 3 people in there living in there at night. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what's weird is they go over and they unlock the doors and open them up, and these people just walk out real casual, like it's not a big deal, But now they do it so much, they do it like 3 days a week. They go and run these people off, and they've gotten to the point where
they just don't go back.
They don't go back. So.
Yeah. Ronald sold the business, home vehicles, hitting the road full time next summer. Yeah, good deal. Well, we killed the roof, got that installed, no leaks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
we don't know if it leaks yet, though.
It hasn't leaked yet. It hasn't rained. Yeah, when I had my shop, what was weird is Midwest was they were see JP Cycle and those guys, they're basically retailers. But Midwest and Custom Chrome and Drag and that, they wholesaled. And then Midwest started retailing online. And I mean, I quit buying from them. And a lot of people did because of that reason. They had the ultimate motors. And they had some good stuff, but I just felt like, if they're going to do that, then just make it hard on them. Because they were, they had a lot of money coming in from all the shops, and then they were screwing the shops over. So why support them? Right. Well, we're about to close it up here, you guys. If you got any last questions or
suggestions or comments,
would Arkansas be your choice if not for family close by? Yes.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, and the reason is because,
in fact, we started coming here before family was close. Yeah. And the only family that's close was 3 hours away still, or yeah.
Well, we got my brother, my sister.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, like our kids, we got one in Georgia, one in North Carolina, and one in Little Rock. She's the closest. And yes, his brother. and his stepmom, but she passed away, as you guys know. But anyway, and his sister too. She lives close by too.
Well,
But anyway,
and the
yeah,
thing
we like it here.
things are a lot cheaper here. You know,
guys, when you guys get rolling, you should come here and stay for a week.
Gas here
instead of being
$6 a gallon, it's like $3.29 right now, and food's cheaper. I think everything's cheap. You know,
utilities are less.
Yeah, of course all we pay is water and electric. Right. But yeah, and it's. I mean, we've ran our air. The air just stays on. It just kicks on and off. And I don't know. I think the electricity at the highest was like $200 for just us when we're here, and water's like, I don't know, what is it, like $30 a month or something.
Good night, Terry. Tell Wes good night.
Yeah, good night.
What is the water you said?
Water is like $30 and
between 27 and 30.
And the highest bill that we've had.
Hey, lonely hitchhiker Kent. You got a spare room? We got all of outdoors. We're living in our RV right now. We don't have a structure, but we do have RV hookups.
Well, we have a structure, it's just not livable.
Yeah.
Except for the ants.
They love it. We might take you up on that. We will be leaving here in a few weeks. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, that's what Jason and Amanda, they came here and they started looking around for places and they bought a place and they built a barn dominium. And I think if we had to say what's bad about here is the restaurant situation is pretty pitiful. Our little Mexican restaurant hasn't refired up down here. I don't know if they're going to or not, but there's one over in Mina that's pretty good. But we have a Sonic, a Wendy's, a McDonald's, and a Taco Bell Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that's the fast food. And
we
then
got Cruisers too.
Yeah, but like Cruisers of food. I don't know what that stuff is, but and then there's a horrible Chinese place. There's a little
pizza place.
Chiquitas is pretty good, and there's a Pizza Hut, which is not the one in DeQueens is better than the one here.
But we're not driving down there because they got the road.
Oh man, it about broke our windshield out of our car a couple times. So,
Patty says goodnight. Her battery's low.
Yeah.
Love you, Patty. Love you.
Good night. Oh yeah, Mocajete.
Mocajete.
Anyway, yeah, it's
oh yeah, Ricky.
Yeah, we ate there one time. We didn't like it.
Mellow Cut and Two Eggs like it.
Do they?
But we need to give it another chance because we only did that one, and that was right after they reopened after COVID.
Yeah, that Chinese place is terrible. Terrible.
But you're way down in the boonies. We like it like that.
Well, if we travel 80 miles, we've got everything. Texas Roadhouse.
Doctors.
Yeah, we got everything. Or if you go to Hot Springs or you go to like towards Little Rock, you know, those are a lot bigger towns. They got a lot more. And eventually, I think, you know.
But honestly, if you have all that stuff, then you got everything else that comes with it that we don't like.
Yeah.
We'll drive.
Yeah. So the thing about here is I mean, when you go to a restaurant, you're getting home cooking is what you're getting. You're basically omelets and biscuits and gravy and stuff like that for breakfast.
You get chocolate gravy here.
Yeah, and then dinner, you know, lunchtime is pizza and chicken and fish strips and stuff like that, and then dinner is chicken fried steaks and pizza and stuff. So it's pretty simple menus around here, and most of these people live to be 100 years old. It's crazy. So anyway, well, I guess we're going to sign off, you guys. We appreciate you being here again. I know it was kind of a less eventful night tonight, but
I'm really glad that you guys tune in.
Yeah.
Some of you we see every week, and we had a few say hi for the first time, so we're thankful for that too.
And we're almost Well, actually, this morning we were 13 away from 5,000
We've gone backwards
subscribers,
again.
but we've
That's
gone.
how we roll.
We're back down with
Backwards
15,
downhill.
and but we do appreciate having the new subscribers and the old subscribers too. We really are glad you guys are with us, and I don't know, we just keep doing what we do, so we grow very slowly.
That's okay. Our roots are deep.
Yeah. But we just keep chugging along, and we enjoy you guys. It's fun talking with you every week. And like, I almost came on here 2 nights ago because there was a lot of things going on. I was getting a lot of intel on stuff. I thought I should warn people, but I just kind of don't trust what I hear anymore from different people. There's a lot of misinformation out there.
There's a lot of information out there, and
misinformation.
There's a lot of information out there. Sometimes it's spot on, sometimes it's not, and mostly it's not.
Yeah, well, it was spot on, but it wasn't like forever.
Jason says try Thibodeau's. That's that place out beyond Elks Lodge.
Oh yeah.
But they're like open Thursday afternoon and
what is it, like
Friday
a truck or something?
Or I don't know. It's like a convenience store, little.
Yeah, there's like a little trailer that sells Mexican food, and we went by yesterday and it was gone.
The whole truck was
but
gone.
They're back today.
They do catering on
site.
So
they just take off and they're gone for the day.
Been here at camp all summer. The AC's too little, less than $200 a month. Sewer, water, electric. That's good.
Yeah. Well, we run ours. We leave. They're on right now. If it gets too warm in here.
It's been cooling off, and it's supposed to really start dipping down next week for a week anyway.
Yeah.
2 days. Anyway.
Yeah.
We have false autumn coming or whatever.
Well, it's supposed to be Wednesday. It starts dipping. So.
That's a little store with Louisiana good food.
Yeah.
65 in Vegas. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, we're going to say goodnight. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Bye.